don't know what was making that sound. A constant drone emanating from the field, like giant pieces of metal scraping against one another. It's like it started living inside your head, making you crazy. But for some reason, it never bothered Jack. He would go down to the edge of the field for hours and just stare into it, like it was speaking to him. I asked what he was doing, but he just kept staring. After a moment, he just turned to me like it was nothing and said, "Don't worry, everything will be okay." And then walked into the corn and disappeared. My dad didn't care that Jack was gone. He resented Jack for being, as he said, such a weird kid. He always says how disappointed he was in Jack, that he wished he was never born. I hate it when you say that. While Jack was gone, a strange man came to talk to my dad. He wanted us to contact him immediately if my brother came back. I went out to the field every day. I sat there, waiting for him. Finally, after 3 days, he returned. It felt like a miracle. But he was different. We asked him what happened. He said he wasn't supposed to talk about it. My dad tried yelling at him, like he had done in the past, to get Jack to talk, but Jack refused to speak. My dad yelled so hard this time, he bled out of his ears and nose. My dad had made up his mind a long time ago that Jack wasn't his son, but now he said whatever came out of that field isn't your brother. He called that strange man, and they took my brother away. He didn't care. Hell, he was probably happy that Jack was gone. All I could think about was my brother. And for the first time since it started, I didn't hear the sound. But then something happened. That night, when I went to bed, I could hear Jack calling my name. I was only hearing it in my head. He told me what happened in the cornfield. He said he could feel something was in there with him, but he felt safe. The way the light and wind were moving the corn. Then he had began to feel weightless, and the world began to turn upside down. Then everything went black. When he woke up, there was a mist covering him. He sat up, and it was like a giant void. The only light was behind him. He turned to it and saw a figure appear. The figure gave Jack a book and told him, when the time comes, that he would know what to do. I asked him where he was now. He said the man has him in a strange place and is making him do weird tests. Jack doesn't like the tests. He's coming home soon. He said not to worry, and he'll explain more later. My dad was dealing with his inner demons the only way he knew how when Jack came back home. Jack put his hand on our dad's shoulder, as if he was telling him something. Jack made him understand that he needed to leave and not come back. Jack said Dad is far, far away, and will never be coming back. Jack set me down and began to tell me more about where he went and what the figure told him. He said they came from a world just like ours, through a type of window they created by being able to shape time and space. He said something bad is coming. We need to be ready. We need to be able to protect people from that man and others like him, because they are planning something that will hurt a lot of people. He said they shared it with him, and he was going to share it with me. Now, I share it with you.